Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 2 of ASKA. Yesterday, we set up our initial settlement. We got everything done from wood production. We got gathering, stone production. We set up our workbench, got our upgraded tools. We then made a farm, and we're preparing the cookhouse, as you can see over the back there, with a hunting den. And we brought in 8 villagers. So that was that was the first week, and that was episode 1. Today, we're going to be expanding. So, at the moment, we really need to work on enclosing walls because we don't have anything around our base. And it's telling us to consider upgrading to a workshop hut. So, we need to do that as well. So, having our woodcutter upgraded, our gatherer upgraded, and our stone cutter upgraded is kind of the important part that we want to focus on right now. The next thing we're going to do is work on upgrading this building, which is going to be the workshop hut, but we can't do that until we've upgraded the woodcutter and the stone. So we're doing those first. So lots of stuff to focus on at the moment. We're going to keep an eye on this, and we're going to keep an eye on one of these. Probably this one because, yeah, we don't need to do this one at the moment, so we're just going to dismantle that, leave that as standard. We'll focus on this one instead. Actually, no, I apologize. We'll upgrade this one and then we'll dismantle this one just temporarily. It's fine. Cool. All right. So everyone's working unless they've got an exclamation mark above their head, which nobody does, just that building. And that's because no one's assigned. So we have at the moment, if I go here to workstation, we have 3 builders. Cool. All right, well, if I don't need 3 builders, I can assign somebody to be a woodcutter instead. So now I've got 2 builders, a farmer, 2 woodcutters, a stone cutter, a gatherer, workshop person. Great. I've got everything I need at this stage. All right, so today's goal, I mentioned we want to do iron and we also want to do housing. Do housing, we want cottages, but we need the stone cutter and the wood cutters for that. So we're going to get a cottage. Once the cottage is built, we're going to start with iron. That is going to be our next progression. But we need to first finish off these buildings here. So I need logs. For logs, I need to be able to chop down trees. So my goal at the moment is trees. I'll use the axe. We need to get rid of those pests, and a hunter will deal with them, and so that won't be a problem to start with. And that will stop them kind of scavenging the area as well. We also need to do today is a warehouse. We need to get a warehouse built. So quite a lot to do. But it's going to be a productive 2 hours, and we're going to work through. Need to make sure I've got stamina. I need to go and sort my water out as well. Right, this guy's waiting to pick some stuff up. He doesn't need me, because if he needed me, there would be a exclamation point over his head. Right, good. That's going to be our logs that we need. So we only need 2 logs at the moment. And that's the builder grabbing those. Now, cookhouse is important, but that's not ready yet. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well. So hunter, cookhouse, and initially the woodcutter, getting those upgraded. And that's why we're not building anything else at the moment. We don't want to make it overwhelming. Now, the builders will typically focus on whatever's pinned, and they'll get that built first. For me, I'm going to help out. We'll bring that first log down. We'll come and grab that second one from here. And that job is now done. Now we can assign not only a second person to this building, which we're going to do, by the way. That was weird. There's another log coming in here. Look, he looks like he's going to keep going. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong building. So, long stick. All right, well, look, I've got a long stick here. I can take that out and use it. I need 4 rope. I've got rope over here. I can just come pick them up. Get some water while I'm here. Just filling my water pouch up. I'm also going to move my water pouch to be at the end. 4 large stones. Now, hopefully, from a quarry's point of view, they're not picking anything up at the moment. So let's set a task. I want them to get large stones. So their job is to go out and get large stones. So that's what they're going to do. This person's going to tell me they need fibers for crafting. Can't find any large stones. Okay, that's good. So if they can't find any large stones, which makes sense, we're going to pick up this because there's no point having that there anymore. We're going to go and find some stones. And there's a couple up here. I kind of want a few more though. Because we want to put a mark. There's actually no look. Yeah, there's loads here. Look, loads here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a marker, stone harvesting marker, and we'll chuck that straight down there. That's going to solve all those problems. Also, we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up this marker here. Well, we've got 2 woodcutters on top of each other, right? We don't need them. They're literally doing the same job. So we're going to pick one of them up. And we're going to kind of run it up here. We'll just put this in the exact same place. So for this one, we'll go for wood harvesting. Here we go. So stone, wood harvesting, all of that's going to get done up here. We'll help out a little bit where we can. Now this person says they need fibres. And I mentioned fibres was always going to be our challenge at the start. This person's a builder. I'm getting hungry. Oh, okay. Cannot find any log or rope. So logs and ropes. The logs, we can help with that. See, there's no point us doing stones. That's not a good use of our time. For the moment, we're better off doing logs because they can't do it. And then rope, well, that means we need to go and find more fibres. Do I have... I can make some. So as a result of that, I can now just throw these rope on the floor and they will come and pick them up. So that's good. I can also throw these seeds on the floor. They will come and pick them up. I need to eat some berries. Alright. I'll also eat some garlic. Just because I'm hungry and I need some food. Cool. Now I'm back up at 100%. We're going to crack on. Keeping on my axe because it's about to die. So 2 stone left until we get the woodcutter. We'll just finish off this last tree. Enjoying the incredible atmospheric view that we can see here. Under the forest floor, the reflections, the lighting. Art team done an incredible job on this game. Alright, 2 more. Now it's very possible that the person is either not working because they're having some time off, or they don't have the tools to do their job. Either of those are possible. Regardless, we'll do it so it's finished. And now, we can go ahead and build this. Alright, so that's a woodcutter hut. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the woodcutter from this one. Instead, we're going to assign him to this one now. So because we can add 2 to here. So we'll put them both in. 2 woodcutters both working. And we're going to get them to focus on logs, sticks, long sticks. We don't need hardwood at the moment. That's not a problem. Thatch. We will need some thatch. We'll leave that as medium. Resin, don't care about. Firewood, don't care about. Fibers, we don't really care about. Reed seeds, not interested in. Pine cones, not interested in. Bark, yeah, not too bad. We can even choose who does what. All right, so they have their jobs. The only other thing to check here is if they're both qualified, which they are. So then if we look at the woodcutter, 1 on day, 1 on night. Perfect. So all we need to do now is just rename this. Doesn't need to be Woodcutter's Hut 4. Just Woodcutter's Hut. Done. So woodcutting is sorted. Right, we want to get the hunter finished. That's just 4 logs on that. That's 3 parts though. This one's 2 logs. Alright, so let's get the 2 logs done for that. See now, because this is bigger, we can store more stuff here. He's already bringing in the logs. Told him that's the focal point. I want to get the cookhouse done. So I'm just going to focus on the logs for that. I also want to start bringing the next person in. So for that, I can activate them. Stonebreaker and a forager. Yes, please. We'll bring that in. And then I'm going to need 1 more blue shard. Right, he's going to bring in another log. And now the cookhouse is done. So let me focus on making better food. And I can assign a chef. And then cooking is going to be automated. I can also check on the seeds here. About 50% growth. That's good. I can also add some water if I want to. Ideally it will rain soon and it will be watered for me, but yeah, we'll leave that. We're in the summer right now, so that has full year. This has full year. This one has nothing in the summer. We haven't planned summer. So what we need to do, we need carrot seeds. We need cabbage seeds. And ideally, we need onion seeds. We'll do 6 of them. 6 of them. All right. So it tells you how many seeds we're going to need. We'll also set up the autumn. So for the autumn, we can kind of do the same. In the winter, we can't, so we're just going to go for beetroot. There is nothing else to make. And in spring, we're sorted. Some berries. We don't really need berries anymore, to be honest. We can get rid of them now. I don't feel like they serve a purpose. They did for the first spring. But because we're going to be able to make onions here in the spring, we just can't make carrots and cabbages. So because we can't do carrots and cabbages, that's why we're doing berries. Cool. All right, that's done. So now all the fields are done. Let's look at cooking. So to cook, we need to be able to figure out some ingredients. And then once we figure that out, we can set these up. But we need to assign a worker to this. So we've got 2 builders. So we're just going to pick someone up that likes cooking. So we'll just pick one person. So now we've got a cook. In fact, if we wanted to, we could assign a second cook to get the cooking house skill, and then we can just remove one of them. All right, so our cook is going to make some food. First thing, very, very important. From left to right, we can choose what is the most important fuel source to use. Well, we do not want to use beams. We do not want to use thatch because that's too rare. Bark and sticks, no. So we're going to turn them off. We'll use firewood and coal. Preferably coal, but firewood and coal. Same for the food. What food are we going to use? Well, we'll use those if we can get them. We also want to prioritize trying to use things like our meat. And whilst we can, we'll use eggs as well. All right, so meat and eggs. Everything else is there. Let's add a task. So right now we can make berry jam. So we use 2 parts water, 3 parts berry, 1 part raw vegetable, and we make berry jam. So we can go ahead and make that. Now I might want to make something else. In order to make something else, I need to grab some food. So what I can do initially, because I don't have any food in there and there's none in there, I have to come to the gathering hut. And from here, I can grab all of these eggs now, because we don't need eggs in there anymore. I can also grab all of these seeds, because the seeds can't be moved from one building to the other, so we have to manually move the seeds. Okay, so now if I come to the cookhouse, I'm going to need something else. Let me go out and find something that's not an egg. Can be anything. Can be just any type of vegetable. Anything at all. Any root. There we go. There's a garlic. So. No, don't want that. We'll take the flax, of course, and we want that. And we're just going to harvest this. So the focus this morning is going to be on those 4 logs. As an onion, good. Perfect. Right, let's head back. So in terms of cooking, oh, there's our new villager as well. And that villager is sadly homeless, but we're going to fix that in a minute. We'll get the next one in. Go for this person. Good. That puts us up to 10. Now we come to the cooking hut. We're going to put in our eggs. So we'll put in 3 eggs and an onion and 2 litres of water. So 3 of the main ingredient, 1 of the second, 2 litres of water. That's it. Chuck everything else in there. And we want to kind of get some meat. So meat would be the next thing to pick up. But we need vegetables. We don't really have many vegetables at the moment. So the best way for us to get vegetables is to farm them, is to cook. Got them on here. And that's why we got that field that we're working on over here. Carrots, cabbages. Now I can have a look at how many seeds I've got by pressing or going to settlement resources. I've got 4 cabbage seeds and I've got 4 carrot seeds. I've got 22 onions. So, given I've got so many onions, I need 26, I've got enough. I can make some garlic. There you go, I've just cooked. What have I made? I have made scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. So I can take them. And now I've got food to eat. And that is going to give me energized. It's going to give me well fed. So I'm going to get some perks now. This person's going to tell me can't find any logs. Alright. That's on me. I've got to come and chop down some more trees. I think this tool is going to break before this tree goes down. Okay, so the tree went down, but can I fell it? Do I have enough to get it out? No. Alright, so I need to finish this tree off. Now, I don't have another tool, so I need to craft one, or I need to come here and take one, because he's crafted them for me. Which is fantastic. And he's obviously chopping that down, which is nice. So I can just kind of help him. There we go, we'll work together. So there's the logs they need. So now we can look at the next building we're going to make. Because we've built all of the main parts that we needed to do. We've got the upgraded woodcutter, the upgraded stone, and the upgraded gatherer. We can now make a cottage. And so today, our initial focus is on making a cottage. I'm just going to help by chopping down one more of these. And there we go. All right, the next thing that we need to do is start looking up weapons. So I'm not going to craft them. I'm going to tell our man over here to come and craft them. And so the first thing I want him to make for us is going to be a bow. And I want him to make some arrows. I also want him to make a simple spiked club and a simple shield. There he goes. So now he's going to make one of each weapon. So everyone's going to be carrying weapons. He's got everything he needs. I've got everything I need. I can chuck them sticks on the floor. And the fibres, I don't need them anymore. Any vegetables over here? No, they've all been eaten. I've got seeds though. And so what I can do is I can open up the menu here and I can whitelist all villagers. Alright, so who can add to this? Well, the gatherer hat can add, or I can add them to it. So they can add. I can remove everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the gatherer. And I'm going to add the farm. These are the only 2 people now. And the cooking hut. These are the only 3 villagers now that can work in here, or that can touch this. And the reason for that is I don't want anyone else coming in here grabbing food or touching things and doing stuff with it. It's not for them. So now that is limited to those people. Everything else here is good. It's a bit foggy, mind you. You need some berries for cooking. Can't find any logs. Understood. So for a woodcutter, I can give him, he's already got that tool, so that's great. The other woodcutter's probably on night. So we can tell him to focus on logs because that's what we need, but I'm just going to chop one down. It's just easier. And then we're going to go and bring more villagers in. Because this is, right now, the thing that's going to hold us back the most is having enough people. So we went to 8 yesterday. We're going to go to 16 today. And we've got someone who's homeless as well. We know about that. That's fine. All right, the builders will sort the logs out. The next thing we want to upgrade after the hunter is finished is going to be this building here, which is the workshop hut. So we're going to work on that. Again, this person, we need bone fragments for crafting. Okay, we're going to have to wait on that. You need logs. So what I can do is tell the woodcutter's house that the most important thing to focus on at the moment is logs. And everything else can wait. We don't need them, they can go off. That's thatch is going to be low. In fact, thatch I can turn off. Or thatch I'll just make low. Sticks and long sticks medium, logs are high. That's it. Cool. Now everything's getting built. We need to build. This is going to be our focus now. A cottage. Now there's a well here. I remember seeing it. So I'm going to start these building after the well. We'll find out where the well is. And I'm going to build first one under here. Right, this is the next building. This is good because now this is going to create water for the farm. It's going to save the farmer a job. We're just going to help out here for a minute. This will get done. In fact, we're going to head out because whilst we can do all of this, that's really not our job. The gatherer, we're going to tell the gatherer right now to focus on berries, cabbages, carrots, yep, garlic, all of that good stuff. We can even add, because we've got quite a few builders, we can just add another gatherer. We've got a second gathering. Add a new forage marker. Okay, I can go and do that. Alright, we're going to head up. I can take a stick with me. Gonna need a little bit of rope as well. Now, one of the ways you can get rope is by breaking down bark. That gives you fibres. Use those fibres to make rope. And I need to go and do some more foraging. So I'm going to put some foraging down up by the mine, I think. This looks like a good place. Food foraging, that can go down here. And now we need to just get as many of these blue stones as we can. Now the farm should be turning around soon. Takes about 3 oh no, my didn't even realise that I broke. Okay. That's fine, we'll head back. We're gonna go and get some meat whilst we wait for the hunter, so we can start our meat supply. And for that, I'm going to show you how we can go and attack. Now you can attack these animals, but I tend not to because they're a nightmare. Our guy's just been scared. That's because he's over here. He's going to run back. He'll be fine. Our hunter is done. So we're going to assign a hunter. We've got someone who likes hunting. That's good. And they like skinning. So we're going to send them out. And if we give this person a bow, an arrow, and a knife, well, then they'll be able to do their job really well. So, give them a knife to start with. They typically don't need anything else on them. But they'll take a knife. We'll just see if they've got any other tools available. Yep, so bow and arrow. I'll take a knife as well. I need to take one of those tools. I'm also going to take... I'll take a shield with me. But I don't have... He needs something, so... Yeah, whatever he needs, we'll sort that out. Right, the hunter. If you can't find anybody, press M to look on the map. There's a hunter's hut, and then that's the hunter there. If I can see him on the map. He's right here. So I can talk to him, and I can give him a bow and arrow. He's got bows and arrows now, and he'll go and hunt. Now, I want to set out. I need a stick. I need to set out the hunting ground. So he's got one where we started. We'll set the next one up here because there's animals up here. And he's got 2 reference points. The one at the base and another one up here in this field. So we'll say hunting marker and we'll put that down just here. Perfect. Right, he's going to do the hunting. We are going to head over to the wolfer den, and I'm going to show you how to attack a wolfer. And then we'll get some meat and some bits from that. Now, the trick to this is you only want to aggro one at a time if you can help it. So don't just run straight in. We'll run in a little bit. Hopefully enough to hear a howl. Once we hear a howl, we'll wait. I didn't even hear the howl, but there he is. So what we're going to do is hit him twice or 3 times even. Let him hit, move out the way. And we're just going to keep moving out the way. But the knife does a really, really good job. The knife kills them quite easy. Is that a cabbage? It is a cabbage. I think we're going to take the cabbage. Oh. So this guy's going to attack. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Move. 1, 2, 3. He's stunned. Now he's stunned. We can finish him off. There's another one here. So again, same thing. We'll watch. Wait for him to jump. Move to the side. 1, 2, 3. Move to the side. 1, 2, 3. Stunned. Just keep hitting him. Very, very easy to kill them. All right, there's some carrots. We'll take that. So all the vegetables that we needed, we can pick up. But also, whilst we're here, we can now harvest these wolves. The 3 wolves is going to be an incredible amount of meat to start with. With some veg, we can make some nice food. If I check everyone, everyone's kind of fed at the moment, so no one's really... Well, one person's struggling for food. Otherwise, everyone's quite good. Alright, so what this is going to give us is some leather scraps. So we'll pick that up. It's also going to give us some meat hunks, which if I pick up is a large item. If I drop it on the floor, I can skin it. That's going to give me some bone fragments, and it's going to give me some raw red meat, which I can pick up. Alright, quite a bit left to do. So we're going to skin all of these. And then we're going to take this back and we're going to cook it. And we're going to do the same thing. 3 parts meat, 1 part vegetable, 2 parts water. Always the same. 3, 1, 2. So 3 primary, 1 vegetable, 2 part water. That will be enough to create a tier 3 meal. So what we're going to try and do is just chop down all of them, and then we can pick all of this up at once. All good, with some leather scraps. So already, as you can see, we're up to like 16 pieces of meat. We've still got the rest to come from here. So that will keep us fed for a few days. By the meantime, the hunter is going out and cooking food. Now, the wolves will respawn in a couple of days, so we just need to wait for them. When they come back, we can just harvest them again. And we've now got like a constant farming supply. Just be careful. If you get a bit overwhelmed, just back out, heal up, come back. But overall, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All right. We're going to get cabbages because we need those for seeds. We're always going to get flax whenever we can. We need onions. Onions are really good because we can use them to heal as well. Yeah, I guess we can get berries. But look, there's so much going on here. What we need to do is just put down a forage marker. It's just the best place to put down a forage marker, right? We need 1 rope, which we can make. So now, it's their job to forage, not ours. We'll leave it to them. We'll head back. As mentioned before, we do want to pick up as many of these blue stones as we can. So we'll do that on the way. I don't know how much space we've got left. Yeah, we can do this blue stone, but then that's it. We have to go back and unload. And now the cottage that's being built needs 2 large stone, but also needs 9 rope. Rope we need fibres for. So they're waiting on us to finish those. And I think, yeah, we can make them. Good, so we've got the rope. We just need to head back. take the blue stone with us and we'll grab one of those. And there's people over there, that's builders and stuff. All good. So this is that cottage we was building. So we're going to put in the supplies in there. We just need one of these now. He's going to tell me can't find any large stones. Right, well I can see loads of large stones here. So let me just harvest this. And then I'll find out the stonemason is probably on the day shift, which is why he's not working tonight. But I don't want to waste time, so I'm just going to grab it myself. Alright, there we go. Now he can build. We're going to bring the next person in. I'm not going to waste my time building that. Okay, he's eating over here, so this is the pests that are eating our supplies. He's eating the bark. Need to keep an eye on him. Also, we'll take out all of these. More bark there. We don't need that. That can all stay in. We'll drop off all the seeds. And over here, we're going to cook. So what we're going to cook is 3 parts meat, 1 part vegetable, 2 parts water. And that is going to cook the next meal. Oh, we don't have any fuel. Oh, okay. We need. Yeah, we definitely need to put some fuel in there. So we can just hold down on this tree stump. We'll get some firewood. Oh, we'll add that fuel instead. Cool. And we need to ignite the fire. There it is. Cool. Right, so that's going to cook. We're going to set new tasks here. So we've got the berry jam. The next one we're going to make is going to be scrambled eggs. So we'll make 10 of those. I would favour the scrambled eggs over the berries, if we can. Let's see if we can get a new recipe. All right, here we go. Take our meat stew. Now we can add this as a task. So now we can add a meat stew. So we'll make meat stew and we'll put meat stew at the top, then scrambled eggs, then berries and jam. So we're always going to use berries or eggs or meat. And that is going to cook for us. So we can chuck all of that in there. And now in terms of cooking, we can go 3 onions. Not too sure what to put in. 1 raw vegetable. So I think we're just going to go for like 3 onions and a carrot. That should make us our onion stew. Just wait for this to finish. Now we need a lot of onions for this, but the idea is that it will help us heal a lot more effectively. We do need to eat as well because we are hungry. To look at that, that's given us 50 hunger. We've got we're well hydrated. I feel powerful, so we've got a strength increase. Your strength is slightly increased because you're well fed. So yeah, lots of bonuses from that. There we go, we've got onion stew. And if we eat an onion stew, you regained a bit of health. So we've got this health burst heal, energized. So look at all these buffs that we now have. Loads of really cool buffs. All right, let's deposit all the food that we don't want so other people can eat. All right, what's this person going to say? You're exhausted, you need a place to live. Okay, I am working on that. So in order to give you a place to live, we need to do this, which is rope, which we can make. We've got loads of rope. Now we need 4 long sticks and 35 sticks. Right, well look, there's the long sticks that we needed. I'm going to help out with this, and then we need 35 sticks. That's a lot of sticks. Let's have a look around here. There's a lot up here. So we're going to focus now on this, and we're going to say the most important thing for you to bring in is going to be sticks, because we need sticks. And the other stuff can be medium for a minute. We just focus on kind of what we need as we're out and about. But the builders also can come out and grab this because there's loads of them here. Alright. Once this cottage is up, it will serve accommodation for 12 people. Now there is a trade-off with morale as you put more people in, but we can make this work. We also need to bring more people in, and we don't have the resources to do that at the moment. So let's just get this done first. And also, what don't we want on us? We don't really need these hammers. We only need one. We don't need these basic tools anymore, because we've got this one. We don't need these hoes anymore. We don't need stone axes. We'll just get rid of all this crap that we don't want. Everything else we'll keep. They'll deteriorate over time, and that's fine. We can just leave them there. Alright, so now what I can do is I can break down some of these logs to get more sticks. Same with these ones. Builders can come pick the sticks up. There's still 25 to go. Oh yeah, look, he's got loads of sticks on him. And there's loads of sticks here as well, so I can literally pick all of these up and take them with us. But that's going to be all the sticks done now between the two of us, which is good. Now we can build this. We're going to stage 3. That is 30 bark we need now. A lot of bark. So got the bark around the other side. Oh, we don't have any bark left because the pests have eaten it all. We can find some. We've got to kind of look for it. I'm also going to break down his tree stump. So he's cooking, he's hunting. So as you can see now, because he's hunting, he's already started to pick up some meat, which is fantastic. And that means on this side, there should be bones that he's starting to put in there, and leather scraps that he's starting to put in there. So that's great. We need 15 more bark. We'll just make the rest of this rope that we've got here. Alright, so he's picked all the sticks up, so that's really good. We need bark, we want fibres, firewood, logs, long sticks, and sticks. And thatch. We'll go for all of it. Everything we're currently using, we want them guys to get. Now they're going to say they need somewhere to live. I'm going to grab the last bit of bark. Done. Right, let's go drop this off. That builder's still running around. All of these little problems we will iron out. We'll make everything efficient. For now, we're just trying to get the basics up. Remember, iron tools are going to make everything so much easier. And the target today was really to start the iron production, or to get on to the iron production. Right, so I just need one long stick now, which happens to be right there, which is perfect. So that's it. Stage 4 complete. This cottage is now built, and we can start to put people inside it. So let's manage the house. The 2 homeless people are in there. No one is now homeless. If we go inside, we can now start putting beds down. So we're going to the build menu, go into furniture, and we can start putting in these thatched beds. So what we're going to do is put one here, one here, one here, and one here. And then in the middle, we're just going to start putting them all the way down the middle like so. Perfect. Right, now we need sticks and thatch. The thatch is going to come from reeds. That's going to require a wood harvest marker, which is going to require this and that. So we'll take 2 of these and we'll put those on the beach, because that's where the reeds come from. That gives us thatch. Oh, look, all this stuff is ready for harvest. That's fantastic. Right, so look at this. There's loads of reeds here. So we'll start here. Put down a wood harvest marker here. So that will pick up all the thatch there. Then we're going to come over to this side. And there should be a load more thatch here, but also a load of trees here. So we'll put another one kind of just here. Perfect. Now we could put a hunter over by the wolf den, and if we kill the wolf dens, then they'll skin it. But the problem is the wolves come back. Oh. They'll attack people. I'm just going to break it. I'm not going to move this stuff. And so if we look at today, one villager is unhappy. We have no walls. So there's 2 more things we have to do today. One is iron production, and start that process. And 2 is defense. cool. Right, that's all broken. We also obviously need to get more people in. We only have 10. It said we wanted 16 today, so I have to go and bring more people in. So let's focus on this. The first thing we want to check out is, do we have any thatch here? Fibres. Yes, we do. Look, now we've got loads of fibres. These fibres can come over here. He's going to tell me that we need feathers for crafting. Okay, all right, well, I'll bring over what I can. Now look, there's loads of feathers here, and he can't pick them up. And the problem with this, because even though it only revolves him moving them, he can't do it because we need a warehouse. The next thing we have to build is a warehouse. Making sure all of this is done. Right, we're good. So now we're going to put down a storage. It's going to be a warehouse. And for this, it doesn't really matter where we go, but we're going to go somewhere like here. We can put down... Yeah, we can put down like a warehouse here. That works. Alright. Got a builder. We've actually only got one builder at the moment, and we need some more people, so my goal now is to go out and get more blue stones. Just so we can keep getting more people. So this is totally empty, so I can just fill this up now. But that's my goal. They're going to collect thatch. They're going to collect sticks. They're going to build the beds. They're also going to build the warehouse. They're going to cook and do all that good stuff. And whilst they're doing all of that, I'm going to try and run away from these skeletons. Got a big sword. He'll take a swing at me. No, he's good. Alright, okay, cool. We're going to work our way around the back up to the mine. Because today I mentioned we want to get into that mine and we want to start mining iron ore. Because that is going to allow us to make better tools. Another blue through there. So I'm just kind of looking, there's a blue there. I'm just trying to get my bearings on. There's another blue up there. I can kind of see where I'm going to go. One always drops at the end. That means we're going to get at least 3 from this, possibly 4. 4 is the most, so 3 is good. This one we're going to get 1 or 2. Did get 2, yeah. Got 2 out of it, I just can't pick that one up. There we go. Alright. Oh, look, there's loads of blues. We can see them all now. But that skeleton might come and attack me. I'm not sure. We'll stay on the outskirts. Right, we need to go back. We have to go back because we have to go and defend this attack. I did say we wanted bow and arrows, so we're going to see if we can pick up our bow and arrow. We did give one originally to the hunter. Also, we've got a shield, but we haven't picked up a weapon. And weapons are much better than tools. So we definitely want to craft a weapon. We hopefully have one because we asked him to craft one for us. So let's go back. Yep, our rain collector's being attacked. We're going to grab our weapon there. We've got our shield. Great. So we're going to put that in and that in. Also grab our bow and our arrows. Good. So let's go for our... Wait, where's the skeleton gone? Oh, he's over there. He's that one. So we're going to go for... There you go. Let you see them all there. Oh, no. They just... Right, so we want to hit him. We're doing 3 damage. Very painful. Just keep walking backwards. Super slow. But we have to do this in order to level up. Oh, we got a good shot on me there. They're obviously going to help us to fight, so that's fine. We are just going to keep working on our bow skills. Alright. That's not over yet. But now we can harvest these and get all our arrows back. So we'll pick up the arrows. And there's another guy here. This guy's got like... He's like a porcupine. I've got bone fragments, which is always good. There's another one here, kind of buried here. Now there is going to be another attack. Oh look, we've got a blood moon out. That's good. We'll get the next guy on his way. We're going to go for this guy because he's a lumberjack. Now I don't know where this next attack's going to come from. Sadly, they did break. It was annoying. This, which was our rain collector. I'm going to kind of wait for that next attack to come in. Another reason why obviously we need defenses. Right, we'll leave that to get the rest of the resources. So again, don't know where the next attack is going to come from, but we'll keep our eye out. Stonecutter's hut too. That's over here. Here he is. I think the other guy is a woodcutter. Ooh. So getting crit shots on the head, like this. Otherwise, we're just really... Oh. Not doing much damage at all. This is painfully slow. However, it's also super important. Oops. All right, we've run out. So now we just finish him off. He's dead. This was a droger. Let's harvest him. Now we harvest him with a pick because he's stone. Now we need to heal up, and we know how to do that. Just make ourselves an onion stew. And if you die, it's not a problem. You have two options. You can either become a ghost, at which point you can reclaim the body of one of your villagers, but then they will die. Or you can respawn and lose some stats. Either way, it's painful. So you want to try not to do it. But there we go. Now we've got 20 arrows back. We've got our bow and arrow. We've also got, if we need it, our weapon and our shield. So I tend to have weapon and shield and then bow, because that's two slots here that's not in your inventory. And that's it. Now, I have to go and heal up. So we're going to click here. That's not what I want to cook. Now, I don't know. I don't have anything to cook with there, which is a shame. So, yeah. I have to go and find some onions. I have 1 minute 23. So we can look for some onions. And whilst we're out, we'll look for some more blood shards. Okay, I can't actually see any. Oh, hold on. There we go. So I'm just going to eat that to heal up straight away. And I'll do another one because they stack. So we've got a good little source of healing coming on around here. That's nice. That should pretty much sort us out for now. But we do have to think about a better way to heal. And the way that we're going to do that is, under magic, we can make a healing hut. That's something we're going to have to look at. Not now. But it is a focal point. Now, let's continue what we were doing. We're going to work our way up towards the mine. All of the workers are doing their jobs, so that's great. But we need more people. We don't want to go too close to this spire. Grab this one, and then the mine should be just behind us. Yep, over there. Now, for us to go into the mine, we are going to have to craft another item. And that's going to be the torch. And that's going to need some resin, some sticks, and some rope. The best way to do that is just to chop down a tree. And we only need a young fir for this. In terms of rope, we'll grab some flax out and about in a minute. In terms of this though, we'll pick up the resin, the garlic obviously, we'll always take the garlic, the sticks that should be here, and just check what we need to build a torch. Alright, we've got enough to do that, so we just need some rope. And to get rope, we need some flax, and flax is almost impossible to see during the day. There's some right there. It's not going to be enough though, so we're going to have to get another lot here. That will do it. And now we can make ourselves... Oh, we dropped it because we're full. We don't need the flaxseed, and we'll eat the garlic and the onion to heal us up. Right, so now we should be able to make ourselves a simple torch. Okay, good. Let's finish this off, because we were doing this earlier. And let's go and get the mine built. I guess we'll eat the carrot as well, because we don't have any space. Alright. There's another one up there. To the front of the mine, go to build menu, go to basic production, mine hut. And the mine hut will fit on the top or the front of the mine like so. Now we need to chop all of this stuff down. So what we'll do is we'll just go for the trees, because we need 5 logs, 5 sticks, 4 large stones and 8 small stones. So anyone that's going to build this, we want them to get the materials from here. Otherwise, they're going to bring them up from the base, which is a bit too far. Also, we need 17 sticks for the warehouse. So finishing off the cottage today, getting all the beds done. Making sure the warehouse is finished, and then stacking it up. Getting the mine built. This is good progress towards iron tools, which is... The farm and the cookhouse was the first milestone. Iron tools is the second. At that point, once we've done that, we can technically start to relax a little bit. And then we can focus on more building, settlement management. But anything before those two main objectives, you're just inefficient. If you're farming without iron tools, you're using more stamina, you're not yielding as much, you're missing out on lots of opportunities. Like if you haven't got an iron knife, you're not getting pelts off of animals, you're not getting fur. So there's a lot to be said for getting iron tools as quickly as possible. We also are very aware of the fact that we've got winter coming up and we're in the summer at the moment. Right, here's our builder coming to pick all the pieces up and put them in the mine for us. We also need to make rope. The best way for us to make rope here is going to be from bark, because we have all of this bark here. So we can just break all of this bark down. 16. That's going to be just enough, you know. 10, It will drop them on the floor. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just put them straight in. There you go. So that's done. So there you go. Everything's going to be built now. They've got everything they need to build this mine. Perfect. What I can also do, which is really cool, if I come to this guy here and I say, excuse me, mate, I want you to take all of this stuff, because then you can take it back for me. And this is Triger, right? So I can give Triger all of this stuff and he'll hold on to it or put it somewhere else. Or Gudrun. So if I say, Gudrun, I want you to hold all this for me, please. Thank you so much. Now I've got full inventory. I'm all good. Got my torch. We build all this. That's it. And then we just build it. Done. So we've got a mine. So now the mine has been built, we can head in here. I think it's a bit higher. It should have been a bit lower. It's glitched out a little bit, but that's fine. We'll fix that. We head in. Just ignore the fact that we can run through it. So when you come in, it's very dark in here. You can't see anything at all, which is why we need this. Now, as you look around in here, you're going to see what's called a cave pillar. Now, the cave pillar, if I turn my torch off, I can deposit my torch, and now I can get out my tool, and I can start hitting this wall. This is what we want to do. Now, yes, there's cave monsters, but we have to bust through this wall. And behind this wall is, that's right, another wall. And then you get behind that wall, and then finally, another wall. So after you've broken through several walls, you can see this starting to crack, by the way. If you find a weak spot and hit it, you see these crits that I'm getting? For critical hits, by hitting the weakness, much, much easier. Only problem is after a while, the critical hit moves, and you've got to try and find out where it is next. And it's up here. Basically just trying to hit the weakness because you do more damage. I don't know if I'm going to get through this or not. I'm hoping I will. Maybe this one next. No, back here again. No. Okay. I don't know where the weak point is. Doesn't matter. We're just going to hit it. And there you go. The cave wall has broken down and we can pick up iron ore. To pick up all the iron ore, we can then go through the next cave if we want to. And we do the same thing. Did just see a weak point here. There you go. Now we can assign somebody to come and do this for us. If I can just get, there we go, up there, look. Nice. So now we do the same thing again. I'm going to pick up some more iron ore. And again, now I can assign somebody to this, and their whole job now will just be mining. Nothing else, just mining. Now I've got 2 woodcutters. One of them's a miner, so I'm going to assign the other woodcutter to here. So now he is going to be a miner. That's all he's going to do. He's going to fill those baskets up. And in order to do that, he needs torches and pickaxes. So now we have iron being created. Okay, that was a big part of today. What we now need to do is we need to refine that iron, and that is a huge job that we need to do. So let's head back and find our builder. because he's got all of our gear that we want. Not him. You can always look in the menu to find out where they are. I think they're over here. I'm kind of chilling over the back here. There's one here. There we go. So we'll take all of this that we can. Perfect. Right, are they going to get the beds built? No, because they need the thatch. They don't have thatch. So what we can do here is say, look, right now, I need you to focus on nothing else except thatch. Thatch is the highest priority over everything else, and now he will go down and get thatch. That's it. The warehouse is built. We're going to put an extension on the warehouse. So we'll just put a little extension on to do that. You just have to match up the dots. So we'll put one on there. And then we're going to put one on here. We're going to extend out both sides. The builders can do that. We're going to bring our next person in. We'll bring in you. Then we'll queue up the next person. That now means I should be able, if I grab the right builder, to grab the other gear. And so then you can use the inventory of your other people to make life a bit easier. There's loads of food. Food is fine. Look at this now. We've got loads of meat. Look at that. Loads of meat. Which also means in here, not yet. They've got their knife, so they're good. They've got their arrows. I'll give them some more arrows. So they're good. They've got everything they need. This guy, I'm going to give him that as well. He's got everything he needs. Because he's just cooking. So what I can do to this guy who's cooking is I can give him more water pouches. And if I craft more water pouches for him, he'll have to go to the well less. Makes it a bit more efficient. It means I need to craft more water pouches for me now. Which I can do from here. So I just need bark and rope for that. Excellent. Everything's going well so far. I'm going to come over here and craft. Can't make a large water skin yet. Fine. Can't do anything else there. We're good. Torches, yes. So I need you to always have at least 2 torches. Nice and easy. All right. So now I can start looking at some add-ons. What type of add-ons do I want to put onto here? So if I want to build a weaver, for example, I can add that on here, and that's going to allow me to start doing clothing. Now, I'm not quite ready to do clothing yet. But the next thing I do want to build is going to be, in advanced, I need to build a coal maker. Okay, I need to put down a coal maker. And the reason for this is the coal maker, apart from the fact that they're going to make coal, which is pretty obvious, I appreciate. But the coal maker is going to make coal, and that is where we're going to start making our tools. So I'm going to put this somewhere around here. That feels pretty good. Somewhere around here. I'm going to face it down this way. So this is the next build. Now I'll leave this for the builders to make. But in doing this, this is a way for us to be able to create large amounts of coal from firewood. Firewood into coal is more efficient to burn the coal, so then for the cookhouse we'll remove firewood, and this will be a source of firewood, and coal will be used everywhere else. Now, in order for this to work, we need to get the builders out. But this is going to take a lot of work. So, as you can see, we need sticks, long sticks, rope, large stones and small stones. We also need a lot more villagers. So, the idea of bringing these villagers in, getting these extra beds. Let's see, someone's homeless. Have they put the thatch in here to make the extra beds? That's what we needed. Doesn't look like they have yet. Well, they've done one. But that's good because that means that person we can assign them. We do need to do the rest of the beds though, so still needs thatch. Still needs thatch. Now, has the woodcutter picked up all the thatch that we needed? Get off. Yes, there's 22 thatch here. So we can make some extra beds. I can hear someone eating something. That sounds like it is. It's this guy here, look. Right, I hit him. I haven't killed him yet, though. He's gone. He'll come back. Got to keep an eye on them pests. This is why we're going to build some better defense now. That's next on our list. Because the defense will keep the pests out. That also means that we're going to... We'll do this in the morning, by the way, not tonight. It means here, in terms of crafting, I now want to make sure, in terms of rope, we've actually got 50. Because we need so many of these. We'll claim this guy. Stonebreaker excels at stone breaking. Craftsman. I excel in creating tools. I'm going to go for the tool maker. I want to get a craftsman in. Next one's ready. Cool. Okay, so now in terms of the warehouse, we can build again on here, but this time we go into storage and we can add our storage that we want to build. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to start with some log storage. We'll put some log storage down here. Then after the log storage, we're going to go for some long sticks. Let me just get this out. I'm going to go some long sticks. Just keeping that guy away, it's fine. The hunter will kill him anyway, so it's fine. Most of them are gone now. Alright, so then we've got long sticks. So we've got logs and long sticks. Oh. Really? Yeah, alright. Kind of deserve missing that, to be honest. can hear him. Okay, so after we have the logs and long sticks, the next thing we need to make is we've got to think about normal sticks and firewood and good stuff like that. So we'll go for normal sticks. Now we can't put those in there, so we need to put them somewhere else. Doesn't really matter where they go. We're going to put them in here. We want to get some bark. So we're storing up bark as well. We'll put that in here. We definitely want to get in some thatch. Now thatch is quite a large one as well. And we don't have the space for that at the moment because we haven't built the extensions. So thatch will come later. So in the meantime, we can go for some firewood instead. And we've got some space for firewood. And then after firewood, we're going to turn that into coal. So we'll put some coal storage down here. The firewood and coal. So this is most of the wood section. We'll go for another long storage next to the last one. You're going to have different types of logs in here. And then we need to start thinking about some seeds. And they're going to fit in here quite nicely. So if we're looking at seed storage, we can actually get these in here. We'll do one. We can do two. We've got 2 seed storage in there as well. So that's quite efficient in terms of that space. In this space, still got some more room. So in terms of what else we want to put in here, I think that's good for now, actually. We can do some more seeds. But we are going to have them in the middle, so we'll get one there. We can go one there. One there. That's it. That's the middle section. So in terms of seeds, we have every type of seed. All of the wood that we need. And then on the end here, we'll start to add some other things. Everyone's just sitting down, chilling at the moment, relaxing by the Eye of Odin. We've got the next person we can bring in. Perfect. We can add another person into here. The tasks for here is just going to be thatch, bark, and then long stick and stick otherwise, but thatch, bark, long sticks and sticks. This one now. What can I hear eating? Oh, okay. Sorry guys. This one now, I'm not that bothered about making thatch the priority. Instead, this needs sticks. So we're going to have to move over to sticks. It's high priority. Thatch can go to low. Everything else on medium. So we're just focusing on the thing we need next. Let's go and eat. Now everyone's eating in the morning, so there's not much food left, but that's good. We can eat. We have to craft ourselves water skin, and we'll do that in a minute. But yeah, pretty good right now. Let's go and put that thatch in here, make these beds. Also, if anyone's homeless, we just assign them. Yeah, look, most of these beds are done now. This is good. We didn't put the thatch in. So we'll grab what we can. And ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it for what we need to do today. Now we're going to keep going. We're not finished yet, but in terms of our progress, this has now put us in a really strong position because everything can just start happening quicker because of the people we have. We'll bring in Stormforce and Steadfast. Yep, good person to bring in. We do need more of these 5 Odins, so we are going to have to bring them in. But we should have all the materials we need now. As you can see, the beds are being built. Builders are running around everywhere. Anything we're short on, we just send more people in. If you can get out of my way, sir. Please, get out of my way, sir. Okay. Most of this stuff's now all built. And we didn't even have to go and get the thatch because they made it for us. Beds. We can actually start to remove some of the initial shelters now. We don't need them. And this is also why we have 2 woodcutters. So this person's just focusing on thatch and bark. This person's going to focus on everything else. And we will upgrade this. It kind of makes sense because we can do more with it if we do that. But it's not an important upgrade. It's like a nice to have upgrade. Also, we just need so much wood. We're going to need so many sticks, so many other things. What are we going to need here, though? Yeah. Still a few more things. We've got enough beds. We can scale up to 16 now at least. 4 of 9. All right, 4 minutes until our next person comes out. Who's on the cookhouse? You are. I'm actually going to give him all of this iron just to hold on to in the cookhouse because I can't use it at the moment. So these people foraging. Add another forage marker. Okay. For that, I'm going to come over here to grab some rope, which we should have. And I need a stick. There's no sticks there, but we'll grab some from up here. There should be some sticks up here at least. Nope, I'll grab them from here instead. So, considering where to forage next, we've done here. Wait, hold on a minute. That's a forage marker. Forage marker there, forage marker there. We've got a forage marker there. We need to put a forage marker down here, I guess. Yeah, over the other side here. But we've got to be careful of the wolves over there. Forage marker there. We've kind of put all the forage markers out. I don't... Yeah, we could put one here, but kind of getting quite close to the spire at this point. I don't think there's that much left. I think we've foraged most of it already. All right, well, we'll put one down anyway. We'll put one down here and we'll hope for the best, but this is a bit risky. Those are meat hunks. Cool. I'll always take flax. Okay, so now we've got enough rope. We can start building our perimeter fence. I just want to get these upgrades done. Just these ones here. There's loads of meat, look. So now food's sorted and we can scale. And building stuff's pretty much sorted. We need to think about this perimeter fence and how it's going to work. So I'm thinking we're going to start here. We're going to come from along the back here, cover this willow tree, and we're going to start building this now. So we're going to start with a flimsy fence. The way we have to do this is you have to make sure that the arrow is on the inside. Has to be on the inside. So yeah, this can be our kind of starting point here. So that's the chieftain house there. I think we're going to go from about here, that kind of an angle, like that. And then this one, we're going to turn it in. It's going to kind of go, I'm going to say kind of like that. All right. So now we just need to build this. So there are hotkeys you can use to do this. I've realigned mine to my mouse. At some point, we're going to have to put a gate in, and I think that's going to go in just here. So we're going to go for a flimsy gate. Again, making sure that arrow is pointing inwards. Going to be our flimsy gate, which if we level out, perfect. Then we go back to the flimsy fence. That looks good. I have to move some of these things out of the way. And you can already see how many of these we're putting down. And if we look at what's required, it's going to need a rope and 5 sticks. Now, a rope for each of those is a lot of rope. That maybe going to go one more. I kind of want to go up to that willow tree. But I don't want to go like into the willow tree. So I guess we're going to come back down that way. Take these out. But as you can see, quite a large area that we're building. I'm confident we can do this. Yes, we can. Just got to work our way around the willow tree. I don't really know how straight this is going to be. I'm not really that bothered about how straight this is going to be. But I do want to make sure it goes past the farm and everything else we have here. Which I think is still a few more away. That should be good. Yep, there it is. Look, so you can kind of see if we look like from there. So I can just start building at random points and still make it all connect up. Now it's never going to actually connect up, but as long as it's at a point like that, that's perfect. Only one side will ever connect. This is good. It's a lot, obviously. But this is a base we're going to grow into, which is why I wanted to get it to this point. I think that's good. I think we can start to head in here. If we need to extend it later, we always can. It's not a problem. But again, the most important thing you must remember is the arrows point inwards. You do nothing else and only that, you'll be okay. I think I got a little bit ambitious with this side. Sometimes find it quite easy to build at night. You can definitely see the outlines a lot easier. I don't know what's... Ah, there we go. Look, there's a dwarf spruce there. So if I take that down, then I'll be able to build there. You know what? I just missed that bit, so that's fine. We'll come out to there, and then we'll bring this back around, and we're good. Then if we get to this point, we leave a gap there, go into the build menu, go into defences, and we can make a short, flimsy fence. And what I would tend to do at this point is take out this large one, and put in a couple of short ones. These can sometimes be manipulated to be a little bit bigger than they need to be. Just by, when you put them down, you can go in, you can come out a little bit further. But that's going to be too big. So what I need to do is each one, make it a little bit bigger. It still connects. And eventually that gap will be better. You can see it's already getting smaller. This one here should fix it. There we go, look. Perfect. There we go, our fence. So that's our way in. Our complete fence on the outskirts there, which is going to take so many sticks. It's going to take so much rope. But the good news is we've got it. We've got what we need. Now, it's getting really dark and I can't see a thing. So I'm going to try and come into here. See if I can craft one of these. I can. Good. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. So this needs a few more sticks. Just 6 sticks and that's done. And I want to grab them because if I don't, they're all going to get used for something else. All of this firewood and all of this bark was kind of taken from out here. All right, we need more sticks. So this is the huge problem now, is just going to be having enough material to finish all this off. We've got enough people. We just need more woodcutters out, and we just need everyone getting sticks. So rather than just leaving them, I'm going to get them all to turn and focus on that now, because we don't need thatch or anything else. I'm going to use these sticks over here on this to finish it off. And then that is the coal maker done. So we can get that built. We can assign somebody to it, and they will just put all of the firewood that we have in here, and they will make coal. So we'll manage someone. We've got loads of builders, so we'll just grab anyone. Loads of homeless people as well. So I need to go out now and find more stones to get more people. Let's first give them all a home, somewhere to live. Good. Right. Everyone there's got somewhere to live. We don't need flaxseed, rope, or fibers at the moment. Technically, we don't need the large stone axe either. We can come put that over here. We'll keep R1. We'll keep the hammer. That one's nearly done anyway. We don't need that wooden hoe. We don't need that stone axe. Just trying to make sure that we don't need that either, to be honest. And that's nearly dead, so I'll throw it on the floor. Okay, cool. So I've got bow and arrow. I've got club if I need it. And then everything else is all good. Let's grab some water. Now that noise is the pest. I don't know where the pest is. We're going to go and find him. I think he's disturbing someone who's asleep. Yes, he is. Look, he's over here. Look, so if we hit him enough, we stun him. He's now going to be struggling to move. We can kill him. Now, we haven't got a knife on us, but if he's got horns and we get his horns, we can use those as a rally call. So, coming back over to here, and we'll craft. And this is going to be under weapons, I believe. Nope. It's a smoker horn, but we can't make one. I don't know why not. Let me check, because I think I can craft one. Yeah, I can craft one there, smoker horn. I think I need leather scrap. You must build... Oh, Eye of the Odin tier 1. Yes, okay. I need Eye of the Odin tier 1, so I need to upgrade. And I'm not quite ready for that yet. So now this guy here... Sticks. Sticks are going to be high. Thatch. Thatch not so much. Everything else, yeah, kind of important, but not that important. Sticks. Sticks are important. For this guy, same thing. Sticks are important. Yep. So now they're all going to focus on sticks. And all of this in here, if we look at all of this, this is all sticks and long sticks that we need. But most of it is sticks. So to build all of that is sticks. Even on the outskirts here, just all sticks. So let's just finish off the storage of what we need. Oh, our torch broke. That's okay. We mentioned before bark, but we didn't place it anywhere, so we're going to put that down. We also mentioned thatch, but we wasn't grabbing it anywhere, so we're going to put that down. Then we need to think about resin. Stone storage. And then small items. We can also do Jotun blood as well if we see any. But more important than Jotun blood at the moment is definitely going to be small crafting materials. Perfect. Then up this end, we've still got to finish this off. So this is 5 sticks. 30 sticks there, which is fantastic. We'll do some food in here, but overall, we need to add someone to this warehouse as well, by the way. We have to manage a worker, and we're going to have to put someone in here. Be like their job. Now we've got someone in warehousing. We're going to finish off. Oh, we need to be in here to do that. Let me just make sure I've got the right one. Okay, Jotun blood, we're going to put that in as well. I'm going to put that on the edge. So it's there, it's easy to access. In fact, this was small crafting items, so I'm going to remove that. I'm going to put this one up here because then it's nearer to the eye, which makes more sense. So then this becomes small crafting. We need small crafting materials. We also need somewhere to store some ore and bloom. And I would say we probably need 2 of those. We're going to need more coal because we're absolutely going to rinse through the coal. Don't need anything else there. We'll do 2 coal. That was firewood, that was coal. We'll take the coal out of there. And we'll just make that one another firewood. We've got 2 firewood there, we've got 2 coal there. Good. All right, last little bit is going to be food. So the way I'd like to do this is trying to store some water. Always good to have some spare water. And then on the very end, we'll do cooked food. And then we just need a meat rack because we're going to have so much meat. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, don't have the space for that one, do we? No, we used all that up. We'll just go 1 water. Then we're going to go for meat racks. That's it. I believe that's everything we need. We could go fish rack later, but not for now. But that's our warehouse. So then we want to put a roof on the warehouse. We want to do it on every section. So 1, 2, and 3. There's our warehouse. And now that person that's working in the warehouse will be able to pick everything up from everywhere, put it into here, and then people can come and get it from here and distribute to where it needs to go. So that's just sorted out distribution and logistics. That's now fixed. We've got everything we need on us. Let's get some food and some water. And now we just need to wait. Oh my God, what's all that? Oh, that's all the iron ore. Yeah, okay, pick that up. He just dumped it off. Fair play. We need to eat. That's fine. We can eat 2 of them. Grab a drink. Drop off the iron, which we're going to go and chuck over the other side here. And the next stage of today is now this is built. And by the way, now this is here. So it's active and running. So all of the logs, the firewood, is now in here. As a result of that, I want to come over here to the cookhouse. I now want to edit this. And I want to remove log, and I only want coal. Only coal. Now, we need to build in advanced buildings from the coal maker. We need a bloomery. The idea here is that we're going to go from where we've stacked up before. We're going to come out of there and we're going to come into here. Like so. And we want it to be as close as we can. Like this. Because the idea is you're going to come from here out to here. All right, we'll let the builders make that. We are going to go out and get some more. And look, the fences are starting to go down, which is good. So now we just leave everyone to do their job. We've got 2 builders. Everybody else has jobs to do. They're all working on what they need to work on. And the only thing we need to do is bring more people in. So 2 more today. Hold on. Let's go get another pickaxe, because we made that mistake last time where we run out and we had no health left on our pickaxe. So I appreciate we're running out of time. That is the 2 hours today. I do want to go and bring 2 more people in though, but do you know what? That's good for today. We'll leave it there. Our next job, obviously letting all of this build out. We need to check everyone's being efficient and working out properly. But look, we're already starting to stack up loads of stuff in here, which is good. So we'll finish getting all of this built out, especially the sticks. The builders are just going to crack on. The bedding's done. So now it is just making sure we got this. And by the way, this is almost done already. Then after this, we'll build out this. And there we go. So all of the coal is now there. And they're going to put the coal in here. So we can actually take that out of there now. And we can go and put that over here for food, for fuel. So we just add that for fuel. And if need be, we grab this person here and we just say, look, there's some coal for you. Then now they've got fuel. Need to sort out foraging marker. We can do that later. So this is where we're going to take the coal from here and the iron ore that we got from the mine, and we're going to turn it into blooms. And that is iron ore production. Now there is another stage to this. We need a blacksmith. But that is for tomorrow's video. So What have we achieved today? Well, a lot really when you think about it. Not only have we built our cottage, not only have we built our warehouse and all of our defensive wall, well, planned it out, we've also moved over to coal instead of wood for burning, and we've now got a way to be able to smelt, or we're going to have a way to be able to smelt iron, raw iron into blooms. And once this next building's done, we're going to have a way to craft armor. And the reason that we wanted to wait before was because we wanted this. And look, all of these fibers. This is what we needed. So all of these fibers. And look, the next lot is already on its way. It's 76, 98%. So this is all ready to grow. I'm just going to pick this one up once it's ready. I don't think anything's at 100 yet. But I just need to pick one up, because that's going to finish the next task for me. Because I had to till the land, I had to sow a seed, and then I need to harvest a crop. So they go up in 2% at a time, so that's at 98. So the next point on this is going to be 100. I should just be able to harvest it. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. A lot done today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Tomorrow, we're going to make, there we go, we're going to gather that. Farmhand. Tomorrow, we are going to make our iron tools. And we are going to look at creating a party. But in order to create a party, there is a lot of work we need to do. That is what we're going to be focusing on next. Because once we have a party, we can go and fight some bosses. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care for now. Bye-bye.